Good morning, students of first standard 8. Welcome in day 21. As you know that in day 20, I have discussed about transfer of charges. That means when you will rub two objects, then negative charge moves from one body to another body, and I have explained with examples with a figure when I have taken two objects P and Q, and P object leaves some electrons to the Q, negative charge to the object Q, then Q acquires more negative charge as compared to initial state. So Q is negatively charged, then after rubbing, and P is positively charged after rubbing. Okay, so today I am going to teach you same topic, okay, but we will explain with some common example, daily examples, okay, like unite rod, fur, blanket, okay, like this, which is positive charge and which is negative charge when rubbed. Okay, so students, kindly request to all of you, please sit with pen, notebook and your science book. Turn page number 205. That means you will see same page. Okay, and see the second para. A static electricity, that is electrostatics. Electrostatic is a branch of physics in which we study about static electricity, static charge. Okay, series is a list that determines the kind of electric charge that is produced on each object when any two objects are rubbed together. Friends, you will see the above figure, above column. There is given some is positive charge and some is negative charge in page number 205, just above the page. Okay, and this column shows that some object is positive charge and some is negative charge and when rubbed with each other. Okay, the relative position of two substances in the static electrically series will tell you how they will react when brought in contact. In that column, something is given like silk cloth, glass rod, unite rod is given, and which is positive charge and which one is negative charge when rubbed to each other. Okay, so let us see some examples. Now try to understand which is positive charge and how it is negative charge. So let us see example 1. Example A, glass rubbed with silk. That means when you rub glass with silk, then what will happen? Which one is positive charge and which becomes negative charge? Okay, glass acquires positive charge when you will rub with glass and silk. Then glass acquires positive charge. That means glass loses electrons, loses negative charge, and it is carried by silk. Okay, so glass, after rubbing, glass becomes positive charge, whereas silk becomes negative charge. Okay, so here glass acquires positive charge because it has a weaker hold on the electrons. That means its capacity is weak to hold the electron, so electrons move from glass rod and it becomes positive. Silk acquires negative charge because it takes electrons from the glass rod, and when rub the glass rod to the silk, then electrons move from glass rod to the silk. So silk becomes negative charge whereas glass becomes positive charge. See in the figure, this is suppose that glass rod. Okay, this is glass rod and this is silk cloth. Okay, silk cloth, this is glass rod, and this is show the direction of rubbing. Okay, left side, right side, left side. When you rub the silk cloth on the glass rod, then it becomes, this is glass rod, it becomes positive charge, whereas silk cloth becomes negative charge. This is so minus electrons and this is proton. So glass rod is positive charge, whereas silk cloth is negative charge. And let us see example B. This is example A. Now let us see example B. Now students, example B, cat's fur rubbed with a straw. That means you will take a straw and you will rub that straw with cat fur. Then what will happen here? cat fur acquire positive charge. That means cat fur loses its electrons and it goes to the straw. So straw becomes negative charge and cat fur becomes positive charge. Cat fur acquire positive charge because it has a bigger hold on the electrons. And why it is happened? Because cat fur's holding capacity of electrons is bigger as compared to straw. So when you rub the cat fur to the straw, then electrons negative charge moves to the straw. Okay, straw simple plastic is negative charge because it takes the electron from the cat fur. Okay, and when you rub cat fur to the straw, then the electrons negative charge goes to the straw and straw becomes negative charge. Okay, now third example, ebonite rod rubbed with woolen cloth. Okay, you will take one ebonite rod and it rubbed with a woolen cloth, then what will happen? Let us see here. Ebonite rod acquires negative charge. Like that, ebonite rod also acquires negative charge. That means it carries negative charge or electrons from the woolen cloth. Okay, because it attracts the electrons. It attracts the electrons and that electrons come from woolen cloth when rubbed ebonite rod. Okay, woolen cloth is positive because negatively charged particles are transferred from wool to the ebonite rod. That means woolen cloth is positive charge because it goes electrons is transferred from wool. Okay, that means electrons of negative charge of wool goes to the ebonite rod. So woolen cloth wool is positive charge whereas ebonite rod is negative charge. Okay, when rubbed. Okay, a static electricity. These examples are come from a static electricity. Is an imbalance of electric charges produced on an object through friction or rubbing. That means we can say that a static electricity is an imbalance in which electric charges produced by friction or rubbing. When two objects are rub each other or move one another, then a static electricity is come. Okay, so therefore the charges cannot move themselves. So we can say that here charge cannot move but it gets charged. Okay, so it is not a dynamically charged, it is statically charged. Charged particles, electrons are constant. Okay, the charges in motion constitute electric current, and when charge moves from one body to another body, then it calls electric current. Okay, when charge does not move, then it is called static charge. Okay, now students, today I have discussed about some examples of production of charges when rubbed two or more things. Okay, so today's class is over. Now it's time for your homework. Write down your homework. Friends, this is your homework for day 21. Today I have given only one question. Mention 3 ways by which a body can be charged. Okay, question 1. Mention 3 ways by which a body can be charged. Okay, students, today's class is over. Thank you all of you for watching me. Have a nice day.